Okie dokie. Let's bring up my picturators. Okay, so Haimada is Heimat is full moon. Whereas Rotfront is empty, right? And Lang is correct. Kitese is correct. Vineta is correct. It's hard to say because they're like at angles, these are kind of like they're kind of at angles, whereas the pictures are like horizontal. Bouillon is correct, I believe. And which should be the same. Kitties and wait. Kitties is okay. Kitties is right. Kite, Bouillon, and Veneta should be the same. All right, I think this is it. No. Are we incorrect? Let's try switching these out. Let's see if I had those backwards. No? Vineta. And Bouillon are the same. Okay, let's go back. Fuck! My inventory's full. I'll have to empty at least 2 spaces to be able to move cards around, which is fine. Rifle ammo and grenade shells. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I mixed something up. I actually don't think I even looked at what the final card was. I think that might be my mistake. That's probably where I fucked up. I'm pretty sure I didn't even so much as I may have unconsciously said it out loud as I picked it up, but I don't think I paid any attention to what the final card was. The sun. Okay, I know. I immediately know what's wrong. The final thing, the sun-like iris. The sun was the last thing I got, so when I thought there might only be 5 cards, I put the star there, because the sun is a star. So I figured sun-like iris, star. So the star goes here, and the sun goes on Bouillon. Okay. Let's take another picto. Boop. That should be correct. Okay. I was thinking maybe if I had it correct, it would, like, put a thing of flesh over it to signal that I'm done with that room. Alright, save it. Okay, let's do this one more again. Okay. Heimat is meant to be that. And Bouillon is full. And Vineta is what it is. Kittiz is what it is. Lang should be that. And then finally, Rotfront should be empty. Are you hurting me? Are you... Is this what we want to do with our lives? Like, seriously? Tis... Alright. Bouillon... The only thing I can think to try is to switch those like I did that other time. Ah! The hole got bigger. Oh yeah, I should have realized that that's what that is, because the blue doesn't represent the moon. The blue is the empty. The last seal has been broken. It's time to go home. Pick up the king in yellow. Should I not have done that? Workforce assignment for Young Arion. We have been informed that your compulsory military service period was recently completed. According to our files, you have previously graduated high school Rough-Front sector, recently submitted an application for military service assignment. You have been processed by store clerk, compulsory military service, long-range radio. Should you not be accepted by a military service program by the end of the season or find other employment, you will be assigned to the following workplaces: Sierpinski Production and Mining Facility. Yeah. Well, that's upsetting. Auntie's note. Ariane, I left some of yesterday's dinner in the fridge for you. You can warm it up when you get back from school. Please pick up the books your uncle ordered from Ito Bookstore. On your way home, remember to leave some space in your school bag for them this time, so they don't get wet. Wait, wait, why is my inventory... Letter from Mother. My dearest Ariane, I'm so glad to hear you're feeling better again. I was very worried when I heard from your aunt that you're in the hospital again. I still remember how you used to get sick so much as a child. Please don't overexert yourself. The photo you sent me is very interesting. What a strange coincidence that she looks so much like you. You could be twins. Perhaps she is related to us somehow, though I don't know anyone named Seo in our family. By the looks of it, it was shot in Veneta. Your military service will begin soon, so you might be wearing a uniform like her soon enough. Please send a photo when that happens. Okay, so I'm a little concerned by the note that no, that's not it. It said leave some space in your school bag. I feel like the game is trying to tell me something. To leave some space. And I hope the one single empty space I left is good enough. This is the end. Leave forever. Yeah, I love leaving. I love forever. I love the end. Adler's note. All efforts to contain this illness have been in vain. All the Gestalt workers have succumbed to it, leaving only dark shadows on walls. I told you! Floors where they died. This is fucking, Cairo. This is fucking Cairo. The Japanese movie, the Pulse. That had a shitty American remake that made me want to fucking blow my brains out. Like, there's been some American remakes of, like, Japanese horror that have been somewhat decent, but the American remake of Pulse pissed me off so fundamentally, because, like, a lot of times when the remakes of Japanese stuff is bad, it's just like, okay, it just didn't capture the same feeling, whatever, but it is so fundamentally fucked. You know, getting into spoilers if you haven't seen it, but, like, I'll just say that the Japanese version ends on a very hopeless note, but that's kind of the fucking point of the movie. That's kind of the whole point, and it's very impactful because of it, whereas the American one comes up with such a stupid fucking solution to the problem. It's such an American thing too. It's almost like they're threatened by the idea of failure. So when the Americans rewrote wrote the script for their version, they just had to come up with a way to beat the like that is a trend I've noticed. That is something I've noticed, that like if you watch a lot of horror movies like I do, American horror movies compared to horror movies from other countries are far more willing to let the bad guy win, to let the evil win. American movies, not so much. American movies always got to have the final girl. And yeah, they'll sometimes have that last second jump scare of the monster jumping out. Oh, it's still alive. It turns out it wasn't dead. Woo. But like, that's all I'll say about it, so that I can, like, because I don't want to, like, say what the nature of the threat is, just in case David or anyone else who watches this decides they ever go check out that movie. But I'll just say that in the Japanese version, it ends on a more hopeless, like, somber, like, sad note, where and it's very impactful and really good because of that. And the American version ends on it basically turns into fucking Team America World Police at the end, where they just pull a solution out of their ass, and I'll just say the solution they come up with is the dumbest fucking thing. I'll put it like this: you know the old sci-fi trope, and I think there was a movie that actually did this. I don't remember what it is, but like it kind of has become like a pop culture thing in sci-fi, where like the aliens invade and they're overwhelming, and they like, we can't beat them, but then they end up dying to the common cold because they didn't have the antibodies, like they didn't have the build up. I remember I've seen that it like parodied before, but I can't recall if there was an actual movie like that originated that. I know that Mars Attacks kind of parodied it with them being able to be damaged by old music. But I'll just say that like the ending, the American ending to Pulse, is on the same kind of like vein as that, as like just such a stupid, dumb solution that ends up being. I just hate it. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate it. I now believe it was not an infectious disease nor some form of poison or radiation. It was slow corruption of reality itself. As I've relived the same cycle over and over, each time details change, things are twisted, added, removed. How long until all turns to nothing but noise? I wonder if that's what he thinks it is. Like, if that really is what's happening, like reality itself is getting fucked. Or if there's like glitch, like some kind of glitch in the replicas themselves where they're like forgetting, and then when they forget, they just keep, you know, redoing the same things and like thinking it's the same day. Although I guess that wouldn't explain why, like, if any, like, clocks or, you know, date telling things. Well, I don't know. Red dream, a crashed ship, a strange gate, a hole in the ground, an island beyond reach, memories from other lives, dreams of suffering and loneliness, a promise, a search for someone lost. I saw her in the red emptiness waiting for me. We had made a promise. As the memories of a stranger rushed into my mind, I felt the borders of myself blur. Now I can no longer tell where Falk and Elster begins. Wait, aren't I Elster? Stop. You must turn back. There is nothing for you there. You've tried so many times and you've failed every time. Don't you see that you're ruining everything? This is your final warning. Shut up, Adler. We were dancing to that song they start the broadcast with. We fell asleep watching that movie we had seen before so many times. If only I could take us back to that time when we were happy. Those memories are mine now. And there's those paintings from before. Why did you return? There's nothing for you here. She'll never dance with us again. No matter what we do. She doesn't even want us anymore. Oh, we got a stir. Both of us, we are incomplete. Let us become whole again. damn, just 2 hits. Although I think I was already kind of damaged. I gotta use the spear on her. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't have a shotgun. Can I just point out that I don't have a shotgun? I don't have a shotgun. Let's just destroy those. Yeah. Damn it. I don't have any ammo. It's not gonna help me. What now? .10mm ammo ain't gonna help. Fuck me. I'm out of... Shit! And this is the worst place to be because there's no item drops. What's gonna happen? Because I don't have any ammo. I don't know if the game will have like a failsafe and have her damage herself over time. I think I'm just fucked. Oh, that's good. It has a fail, like that's good game design to have some kind of fail safe. Like I know that like in the original Silent Hill, if you entered the final boss battle without any weapons or ammo, the boss would just die, and I think it even like died in like a unique way. So I think it was just a matter of leaving the time like lasting long enough. Although she did fall down when I got close to her, so maybe I did that push away move that I do it when I if I ready my weapon and then press the fire button, but an enemy's right up on me, instead of shooting, I'll push them away. And that's what I was attempting to do, to see if I could do that move to maybe do some kind of damage. And I don't think I saw my character do that move, but it was around then that she fell. But it may have just been... I've been waiting for this for a long time. Once again. You've returned. Are you really willing to go through with this once more? You've seen what happens. This world cannot take much more. This may be our last chance. If you go back, it'll all fall apart. I can't let that happen. You selfish monster. you'll destroy everything. Oh, I did get one of them open last time. I guess I loosened it up last time. Penrose briefing. Started a crypt transmission. By our calculations, 1,500 cycles of mission time will have passed. When yeah, I've read this. Yeah. When I signed up for this mission, I just wanted to get away from everything. I was sick of front school, the photo store, sick of the fake smiles and the whispering behind people's backs. When I saw the photo of that soldier, I wondered who she was. Was she happy? Was her family proud of her? Did her comrades love her? Since we look alike, could I have been like her? But in the end, I just wanted to leave. Nothing I had done or made ever meant anything to anyone, so why bother? Here I am finally free. I get to be by myself and to do what I want. I can finally be happy. Nope. Nope. Are you not going to let me go down? Oh, it's over here. "3,000 cycles, reaching the final phase. At the end of the operational lifetime of your replica unit prototype, it's time to prepare for the final phase of your mission. If you have not found suitable world for landing by this point, accept that you will not. Find solace in the thought that others might be successful where you failed. As you are probably aware, your ship's spare parts and rations will soon be depleted. Life support systems and reactor shielding will soon begin to fail, and the radiation may leak from the cooling system. We recommend you do not attempt to prolong your suffering by reusing old filters or rationing supplies. Instead, make peace with your fate. We suggest that you ask your replica, while it is still functional, to spare you a slow and agonizing death, or that you take permanent rest in the cryogenic pod. Remember, you will die having served your nation by partaking in a glorious demonstration of our power." Well, that's fucking... Talk some more to the Elster unit. She's different from the replicas. I knew nothing like teachers. I know she didn't have a choice, but it feels like she's also here because she didn't fit in. It's like we've run away from the world together. At first, I didn't like having someone around, and I was glad she's quiet and didn't approach me. But lately, I've missed having someone I could talk to. It's been so long since I've seen another person. I never thought I'd miss except her. Except everything is the same here, always. Nothing ever changes. Had a strange dream. I was listening to radio with my mother. Like back then, the numbers were on. Mother was taking notes with a book on her lap. It was that book I saw in the shop window of the bookstore where the twins lived, the one with the yellow hooded figure on the cover. When I went to buy it, it was gone, and Erica said the protectors had confiscated it. Or was it Issa? I can't remember. Everything's always the same. I feel like I'm trapped inside the ship. I know every bolt and every panel of every room. I've seen everything. I've done everything there is to do here. I can't concentrate on anything. It's like there's this fog inside my head, and whenever I try to do anything, I just can't focus. I want to go outside. I want to breathe fresh air. I want to feel wind on my face and in my hair. I think I lost more hair. I'm sitting here getting older. Every time I wake up, I feel older, weaker, sicker. I get out of breath so easily lately, and my back hurts when I sit down. How much longer will this go on? I feel like I'm slowly dying. This is clearly got to be the end of the game, and my time is up, but I'm just going to let it go until the recording ends, and then I'll start a new recording, and then what I'll do is, in editing, I'll trim the fat on my, on the boss battle. Tired of it all. Every time I go to sleep, I wonder if I'll wake up again. I'm scared that'll be the last time I said goodnight to her. Did I say it right? Will she be okay? What if one of us just won't wake up tomorrow? I don't want to die. I don't want to live anymore either. Everything's just so exhausting. I just want to lie down and disappear. I just want to sleep. Please just let me sleep. Please just make it stop, please. I couldn't keep my promise. Despite my best efforts, I eventually fell ill too. It had to end this way. It's time. This is all that's left. Go home? Yes. Remember our promise. Sorry about the cut there. I just stopped the recording and started it back. But I don't think it lost anything. Remember our promise. Elster. I can't do it. You have to do it. It's time for this to end. Please. Du hast es versprochen. I'm sorry. Thank you. Well, that, I think that's the actual ending, not a little fake out motherfucker like before. Yeah, I got thoughts. I mean, on the game itself, it was great. What little complaints I have, I'd say like the only big complaint I have is how the hit detection on, or I don't even think it would be called hit detection, like on picking things up and interacting with objects. That was, you could see throughout the game, that was wonky a lot of times, and especially during a battle. Especially during a battle that's kind of predicated on picking things up, that can be fucking annoying. But yeah. But as for like the story and everything, it's beyond me to figure out what the hell's going on. It's clearly one of them kind of games that's like up for interpretation, and that like a lot of it is there's a lot of symbolism. There's a lot of like things in other languages, which obviously I'm pretty sure that the developers are probably from like the Czech Republic or something, or Germany, or wherever. and that's why there was like a lot of words in other languages. But I don't think like a lot of it was translated. I don't think they would like leave much in the other languages, like leave enough in the other languages to make it impossible to like figure out. I translated a few words here and there, but so there seems to be a duality of what's going on in this world. There's, you know, the solar system we're in and the stations and just everything going on there. And like the story that plays out throughout it. But there's also like this thing at the end and like of the mission. It seems like maybe our planets were dying or whatever, and we were sent out on missions to like find planets, and maybe we did find one, and I think Ariane or whatever her name was, the white-haired girl, I think she was supposed to be one of those people that it said like could like resonate, and we found that thing that said that some people can like tap into it and like shape reality. So maybe what happened is that like she failed her mission and couldn't find a world or anything, and that dang dog being loud, like couldn't find a world, or did find one and crash landed, and like maybe I usually don't like stories that have this, but maybe nothing was real, and like everything I experienced was as she was dying. Like that notes did say that there were people that could tap into that whisper or whatever and control it and, you know, mold the fabric of reality. And maybe like as she was dying in her like fever dreams or whatever, it caused her to kind of create a world, a universe, like create a solar system out of all, because like if you think about it, all the people in the system were people that like a lot of them were like people she knew and stuff. So like maybe she created it, and that's why like Adler and everyone were like were death cheated. I don't know what death cheated. A lot of healing. Oh, I got the platinum. Yay. I died 29 times. Fired a lot of shots. 90 enemies killed. I don't know what death cheated, but maybe that is like being low on health or whatever. And like, you know, Adler was like kind of going crazy as to why he was living the same days over and over again. And maybe it's because maybe she created him like she created everything else, and as she was dying, she couldn't sustain the reality she had created, and that's why like the flesh was creeping into everything and just everything was rotting, because that was basically all of her creations dying. Like as she's dying, all of her creations and like the reality, what we saw was basically the reality she created. So technically, I guess you could say that the only thing that was actually real was me and her. And that the ending I got is promise. And I think that the promise was that note that said that don't prolong your suffering, have your replica unit, blah, blah, blah. Maybe she got me to promise that when the time came, I would end her suffering. And maybe we crash landed on this desolate, you know, planet of whatever, and like Or maybe we were just floating in space. We didn't crash land at all. And everything that took place outside the ship was just, you know, the reality she created. Because it was interesting that I seemed to be able to like move from planet to planet. Because I'm pretty sure I was on that station at Heimat or whatever, and then I moved to Rotbrant or whatever. Um, and yeah, like the only question that would remain is why I left in the first place, and maybe the reason I left was that I was trying to like find, like, maybe we did crash land on some desolate planet, um, and like I was trying to like find a way to like save her or help her, um, and like as that was going on, even my memories were like, you know, rotting away. Um, and then like cause like the whole thing was like from the beginning of the game, I was like looking for, like, I even told, I think when I met Issa or whatever, I told her I was looking for someone, and like I think like all I could remember was that I had like made a vague promise and I was trying to find the person, but I couldn't really remember much about her. And then in the end, I overcame it. And but anyway, that's my thoughts on the ending. Now am going to bring up. I found a thing that shows the endings after exploring. Okay, that's the fake ending, the fake out. Okay, endings. After completing the North Wall puzzle in Rotfront, Elsa cannot leave the wall and must enter the bedroom. Okay. If Elsa opens the safe and picks up the potted flower, the game ends immediately with the artifact ending. If Elsa picks up the king in yellow, the game will lead to one of three endings: leave, memory, or promise. Well, when I entered that room, I was looking around and I interacted with that King in Yellow book and picked it up. There must have been something else in there I could interact with, like a safe. But I don't know how I would have gotten to a safe because I didn't know the code. Okay, leave. Elsa is unwilling to enter cryogenics and leaves the ship. She removes her armor plating and walks on the planet's surface. She collapses and dies. I'm guessing that's the worst ending. Memory. Elsa finds Ariane in the cryogenics pod and wakes her up. Ariane is unable to remember Elsa or their promise. Elsa stays by Ariane's side until she succumbs to her wounds, while Ariane remains alive. And promise is what we just got. Artifact is... Oh. Oh. Ooh. Okay, so apparently, apparently you actually can't get the artifact ending on your first playthrough, and furthermore, apparently it's almost impossible to figure it out on your own. It's saying here that there was an ARG, where people did something with like some sounds in the game and like did a STO or something. I know that like it is possible to hide images in sound files with the spectrograph or whatever it's called. And so apparently what you have to do is at 3 locations in the game, you have to stand in a very specific spot and tune your radio to a certain frequency, and get 3 keys. But one, it says you can't do that in your first playthrough. And it's also saying that like the frequencies you had to tune it to and where you had to do it were like figured out by like a community, so that's kind of interesting. And what I'm seeing here is that what determines what determines your ending is basically a lot of statistics, a lot of things. I'm not going to read it all out, but it seems to be that the leave ending, where you don't even enter the ship, is if you play it very safe and run past enemies. It seems like the more enemies you kill, the more likely you are to, like, there's a lot of, like, it seems like all these stats here give points towards getting the promised ending. Dying a lot of times, that apparently makes it more likely to get the promised ending. Um, just your playtime in the game. How long you play the game. How many times you talk to NPCs. That, it doesn't say on the stats screen, but it says that how many times you talk to NPCs affects it. But interestingly, the more times you talk to NPCs, that goes towards the leave ending, the bad, or what could be considered the bad ending. So I did do a lot of talking to NPCs, but apparently I died enough and I killed enough enemies and I spent enough time in the game and I took enough damage. That's another factor. Death cheated is, it's saying here, when you're on low, like really low health and you stay that way for a prolonged period of time. And I did tend to stay, like, I think I spent, didn't I spend like the whole game forgetting that there was even a blue state in your health bar? Like, I was always in yellow, and I just thought that was like your natural state because I wasn't limping anymore. So anyway, what I think I might do, I'm curious to see the other ending, and it's Labor Day, so I wouldn't be able to send this back to GameFly today anyway. I might do another playthrough on a lower difficulty and just kind of speedrun the game and do the things to get the alternate ending. And if I do end up doing that, I'll tack that on to the end of this video. I don't know how long I've been talking, so I don't know if cutting out stuff from the final boss would be enough. I might end up cutting the video just as I'm about to fight the final boss and ending the episode there, doing like a quick post commentary explaining that, and then having a final episode that is the boss fights, the ending, me talking now, and then footage of me getting the bonus ending. But yeah, because I imagine, like, if I'm on in like normal or easy mode and I follow a walkthrough, I could probably, like, there's probably like an optimal path of what to do. But anyway, thank you for watching. I greatly fucking enjoyed this game. Hold any button to continue. Because there's a begin anew button. Start over from the beginning. No progress will be lost until you save. Yeah. So I'm guessing my profile now has like a hidden value saying that I beat the game once, and now I'd be able to get the other ending. But yeah, thanks for watching. Either the video will end here if I didn't end up messing around with it to get the other ending, or it'll have that, like, the second thing is I kind of wish that I hadn't got the platinum. I kind of wish there had been like some miscellaneous trophy for doing some random thing, because that would be like a push to like do another quick playthrough to get that trophy. And then that could push me through to get the. I don't. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I wanna. I might. I think I might just. Yeah, I've put 15 hours into this game. Thinking about it, I don't know if I have it in me to rush to even do a rush through to see the other ending. I think I'll just leave that, and I'll check out the ending on YouTube. Especially since, like, other than getting the keys and then putting in the code at the end, it doesn't seem like it'll change anything gameplay wise, so it would be kind of monotonous. So yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here, and just go check out the ending on YouTube. Because even if I like speed ran it on easy mode, it'd probably still take like 5 or 6 hours of gameplay. And I've been up all night, and I'm tired. So so anyway, that'll do it. I really enjoyed this game. I literally only have one complaint, and you know, there's games that I like that I could give a lot of complaints about. And you know what my one complaint is: the interaction with objects. And I don't know, maybe this was like a PC game originally, and you would interact with objects by clicking on them. Because I have played games that were originally on PC that got a console port, and like interacting was sometimes wonky. Like Disco Elysium was that way. I might do a playthrough of Disco Elysium for YouTube. Just because, like, I've already beaten the game, but there's like so much to like how you can play that game, and what like dialogue choices you can choose, and like what kind of player you want to be. That it might actually be worth doing another playthrough just to see how like things play out. Anyway, also I beat that game and I only got like 3 trophies. That's one of them kind of games where pretty much every trophy is like some obscure like specific thing you have to do, and which is fine. I don't mind that. I prefer that to games where pretty much all the trophies are just like, you beat chapter 1, you beat chapter 2, you beat chapter 3, you beat chapter 4. Yeah, this was really fucking good. This is honestly good. David, I hope you enjoyed watching it. Obviously, I don't know what you'll do. I don't know if you'll like wait until you play it, or you might watch an episode or two and decide, oh, I gotta play this, and then play it. If you do, that'd be awesome to see you do a playthrough. But if you don't, and you just ended up watching that, I'm glad you stuck around, and yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.